to scalp, right, is try to scalp when you're just kind of grinding higher, when you're just grinding higher, and you're just grinding higher, or you're just grinding lower, just grinding lower. I like, you know, you've been watching price for an hour, 2 hours, or whatever the case may be, and it's come down to that area and it's bounced, and it's come down to that area and it's bounced, and it's come down to the area and it's bounced. And then you finally see that level give way. That's when I'll take that first entry and try to go in through, right? I'll try to go in through on a first entry versus waiting for confirmation, because technically, you know, the confirmation would have been allow that low of day to get broken, and now we take this low wick and then we try to wait for the confirmation to go short. I'll take the first entry on a scalp like that, because how long have we been sitting here? We've been sitting at this area. The first time we tested it 9:55 in the morning EST, it's currently almost 1 p.m., right? So when you're looking at that particular situation, that is where you can have a little bit more confidence in that quick scalper, right? But in the pre-market, the only problem with the pre-market trying to get those quick scalps like that is price is so like it's spready, right? And it just kind of like grinds higher. What I like in the pre-market, that hour before the market opens, I like when you get those fresh 20 plays. Like for example, 7:15 in the morning, we get that fresh 20 play off of the 200. We clear over the 20, and then we get in and we just kind of grinding, and we can just like let it go, like just let it go until, you know, something. I'm not really going to look for in the pre-market those quick scalps, those quick scalps. I'll look for the true 20 SMA plays in the pre-market versus like what just happened right now with that flush. When we look at where that came down to on a 5 minute time frame, I don't really see anything, but on the 2 minute time frame, I've got that linear regression. That hammer candle here with that long wick, we're pushing up. We got resistance at 18,640, and then 18,636 on a 2 minute, and then the 5 minute 40s. Ooh, nice break. 2 minute. Very aggressive bounce there. Talk about that bottom bouncer there. Getting rejection at the 20 on both time frames. Definitely, they're making it a little bit hard here to get true setups. What you're really getting is just a lot of scalps through levels or scalps back into the middle of the range, right? When you get to that top of the range, the middle of the range, you get that those scalps down. When you get to the bottom of the range, even though we've broken low of day now, you get that immediate reversal back up to the upside. So it's like everyone who everyone who was sitting long at any point in time probably got shaken out, and then you immediately get coverage, and then it springs back up to the upside here, to the middle of the range again. Again, it's Friday. Has there been some opportunities to make money? Sure. Sure. I mean, I looked at the daily gains channel today. We got a lot of people that made some money today. But again, if you have made some cash, definitely you want to be protective. You definitely want to be protective. What are you sitting at right now, Elder? P&L wise. Hmm. Guys, getting a little bit of a push up here on that 2 minute time frame here, kind of consolidating over the 20 SMA while the 5 minutes trying to break through here. Just be a little bit cautious again, because the trend has been pushing down. We've been putting in these lower highs. I mean, if they pull it back, yeah, we've been in a range. We've been in the first hour opening range all day. But so like the point I want to make is that when you guys identify, like, again, it's 10 o'clock, right? We're coming out of lunch hour. When you guys have identified, right, the market's been open plenty of hours for you guys to see, but when you identify that we're inside of a range, okay, you do not want to be looking for moves that are going to truthfully set up according to your strategy. You need to play the range. So if your strategy has variables where you can identify plays that are at the bottom of the range to go long and at the top of the range to go short, that's what you want to focus more so on. Okay, so you guys already know first hour highs, first hour lows, that level's got to be marked out, right? It's going to include a little bit of pre-market data, it's going to include the open, it's going to include that volatility. We need to see what we're doing. 2 candles ago, we finally broke through that first hour range and immediately got bought back up, so you have to have something dialed into your strategy to where you can identify that. Now, I know we do. Whether you choose to take it is a different story. But if you identify that this reversal candlestick here, as soon as it gets confirmed, you can use a low of day as a stop, or you can get in and scalp a few points on momentum into the next area of resistance, is money. That's golden, right? Same thing on the 2 minute time frame. You get the breakdown through. You would have been looking to enter around 12:48 Eastern Standard Time. Get in on that. Use a previous 5 minute candle as a stop. Ride this into supply. Make sense? Again, the way I have my bracket order set up here, I'm taking 3 or 4 mini contracts. I'm taking 2 points. That's it. Right? It's Friday. I'm not looking to make a lot here, and I'm not looking to have something go crazy on me. Right? Again, if you're trading small size, 2 or 3, 4 micro contracts, you want to give it that full stop loss, and then you want to take your profits into supply. That's what you can do. So right now on the 2-minute time frame, we're consolidating sideways. On the 5-minute time frame, we're getting pinned right here under this 20 SMA. Like I've said already before, I need to get over these two prior swing highs. Until I get over that, I don't have a lot of faith in the bulls, other than taking those scalps off the bottom of the range. We're in a range till we're not. Right? In a range till we're not. A lot of resistance still on this 5-minute chart. Again, you know, I know a lot of people like clean charts. You like to just watch pure price action, maybe just one or two indicators on the screen. That's all fine and dandy until you're in a trade and you get stopped out, right? And you're wondering what the hell just happened. So, I always have my big chart on another monitor here, but I brought it onto this chart so you guys can see it, and you guys should have it now. But if we confirm this 5-minute 20 SMA play, you're only looking, for this to get up into 18,647, right? So, what we're looking for 5 to 10 points on that move. Again, from there, a lot of resistance. You got the 50 EMA, the linear regression, you've got 100 here, you got a 50 SMA, you got all sorts of bullshit is what I'm trying to say. So, again, if you just kind of go back in time and you kind of notice what the chart has been doing to the left, you put in big down moves, you get a dead cat bounce. You put in another down move, you get a dead cat bounce. You put in a down move, you get a dead cat bounce, right? So has the opportunities been for the setups when we're getting them in the middle of the range, or has the opportunity been when we're getting setups towards the bottom of the range, right? And it'll be like that until we confirm breaking out of this range, top or top or bottom. So be selective on the trade that you're going to take right now. Be selective. Because you get these big nasty pulls. You get these big nasty pulls. 20 play 5-minute hasn't even confirmed yet. 2-minute chart has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles of consolidation. If you can break this top side here on the 2-minute, maybe you get that push up into 47, 49. A lot of pressure here. Kind of just go back to on the chart. You know, this 20 SMA has been giving a lot of pressure. Can't seem to really break over and hold. Just seems like a good rejection spot, to be honest. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. See if we want to come back down to the bottom of this range here. 18,000. It's the same level. 18,620 remains that floor. Even though we've swept it, we'd have to confirm that low wick. Got a fresh 2-minute 20 SMA play. Again, the range on that 2-minute play is only 7 points. Be careful. we just got too much resistance here for the bulls, you know. Realistically, they need to get up, you know, another 40-50 points before they have any type of real serious potential upside. Everything else in here is just going to be a little bit of a chop fest zone. A back and forth action. Two-minute 20 SMA with a 5.5 point range. Resistance on a 5-minute time frame, 18,638. Let's see what the hourly chart looks like. Yeah, so this hourly chart's real pinned here. 18,620, guys. If you get an end of day washout through 18,620, you potentially could see this market really get aggressive to the downside into the close. You know, what you need to see here for the bulls is you need to see him hold this back test, right? Holding this back test into this 50 EMA, kind of bouncing up above it. Again, the bulls, for the bulls case, 18,000, right? What is this high price? 18,661 needs to get confirmed. If that doesn't get confirmed, you're going to do exactly what you're doing right now. Little up, little down, little up, chase you in, chase you out, chase you in, chase you out. Okay. So right now, my best advice would probably be just to stay patient. Either let the bottom of this range get confirmed or let us get out over the previous hour's high. Very, very simple. Other than that, it doesn't look good at all, price action wise. Looks like we want to keep continuing to come down to the downside, to be honest. One hour charts right at support here. 50 EMA. What price is that view up sitting at, LS? I'd really like to see the Bulls just kind of step in here and just ramp this up. I mean, that would shake out a lot of people who are sitting short. You know, like when you analyze a chart, your eyes are telling you trading at the bottom of the range, we've found a lot of resistance. You know, we're probably coming back down to the bottom of this range. But the bigger move, like the more aggressive move that could come, could be if they get us back over, right, previous swing high, and they really start to push up towards 650s. Yeah, that I mean, that's the thing. You got to look at it. The Bulls had a hell of a week this week, right? They had a hell of a week this week where, we broke out of that 6 7 day distribution pattern. We put in that big 300 point range day, right, a couple days ago. Market's digesting, so it's pulling back. There's not a whole lot of sense of urgency here. We're trading over the 50-day moving average on a daily time frame. Things are rolling good. You got Nvidia testing all-time highs, doing its thing. It's had a little bit of a rocky start this morning, but again, there's no real desire to let's scream this market into the close. So if there's no real desire to, you're on Friday, next week is going to be a holiday weekend. Could you see a little bit of a retest from the breakout to finish the day, going into next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday? Sure, right? Sure. It makes it harder for us as day traders, as scalpers, because our ranges contract and we have to be, able to trade both sides of the market. Even though the bigger macro time frame looks bullish, we could be getting those short-term pullbacks, and you can be getting a lot of those fake out moves, right? My best advice in periods of time like this, size down, right? So whatever your normal position size is, cut it in half. Whatever you're normally looking to take profit at, cut it in half. It is what it is. Do you make half money? Sure, but you're also gonna, really avoid losing a tremendous amount of money, okay? Unless you have some master plan to scalp these things with heavy size and, go for broke. That's your own prerogative. It doesn't really matter. But like if you're treating this from a real life approach and perspective of a trader who wants to continue to do this, you want to be very, very cautious. You want to be very, very cautious, because again, there's been a lot of trade setups here that, I'm letting go, and I should be short on this 2 minute play here. I'm not. Just want to avoid getting trapped. But again, this looks like we're coming down to 620 and below, right? So if you are short on this type of move here, just be cautious that you don't get snapped out, take those profits. And that's a good flush there. If you were short on a 20 SMA play, you want to be looking to lock up some gains there. Yeah, this price action driving me a little crazy, to be honest. Probably stay on the charts here for another 5 10 minutes. I still have some things to freshen up here as far as my monitors, how I'm doing these live streams and stuff. Get my setup done right. Had some issues this morning. Was trying to run everything off of Wi-Fi. Realized real quick that that wasn't going to work. Trying to do the Discord and YouTube all at the same time, so I had to go get the Ethernet cable. So let me finish setting up everything that I've got going on here, guys. My number one thing for you guys, stay patient, okay? If you're still sitting around right now on a Friday, it's because you really love to trade, right? Like, I don't know anyone else who loves to trade any more than a guy who's sitting here, with a few hours left of the market after the majority of the moves have kind of been put in already, looking and hoping for something to happen. Take what you've done this week, okay? I'll give it a quick example before I get off here. Whether you're up $500 on the week or you're down $500 on the week, Is it really going to be that big of a difference to, you know, make an extra $200-300 today? Or what if you lose 500, 1,000? You know, do you want to take a negative week? You're getting this washout through here, guys. Getting this washout back through that opening range first hour lows, right? What I'm saying is just make sure you're protecting yourself, right? Make sure you're protecting yourself. Those of you guys who are in my room at Evolution Traders, if you guys were in on the 2-minute short play, that was your profit take there, right at that first hour lows, okay? So profit take from the reason why candle, it was only a 6.5 point range anyways. The low price was 18,630, and we went all the way down to a price of 18,617. So you picked up 15 points there if you were looking for that type of area from high to low. Again, for those of you guys who are still watching, if you start to lose, right? If you start to lose 18,607, things can get very, very aggressive. You have to notice the Nasdaq 100 right now is only down 35 points. The future's only down 35 points. That's nothing. We can go down another 50, 60, 70 points if they choose to kind of wash this out, right? So keep that level on watch there. I'll make sure and have everything nice and seamless for next week. Again, just kind of testing things out here, and I wanted to see how well I can do this. I can still see I need to move and adjust some charts around. I still need to have everything a little bit better, well prepared. But it is what it is, guys. Again, those of you guys in Evolution Traders, if you guys are still trading, I'll be around the room. You guys can shoot comments and questions to everyone else. I'll see you guys on the next one.